of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Barons and the Panthers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Brooklyn Barons and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. Being chased out left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wilson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. From the 45 on 2nd down. Wilson tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And inside give to Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Again, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. On 3rd down, Jackson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Holmes has got it complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the 29, Wilson drops it to Jones in the flat.
Holding, offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw is Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Zach Wilson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Barons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson.
A check down here to Jones.
To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Wilson to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 36, Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Jackson. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have regained the lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And a huge play that time. And even 40 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. The give is to Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now this is Battle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. taking it in from a yard out, as his guys have now moved out in front. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Koo now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yep. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Battle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down. Carmichael escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Carmichael. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Carmichael. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off-play action. Carmichael. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Here's Holmes.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Carmichael. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Barons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 1st down, Carmichael flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. To throw on 2nd down, Carmichael. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carmichael. He finds McCoy. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Powell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. On 1st and 10, Carmichael. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll run. This is Holmes. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carmichael going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
They go play action here on 1st down. Slot, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Gets past one man. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw on 3rd down. Carmichael. And that is incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash. This from 53 yards out. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the lead will hold at 13.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Howell. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Carmichael. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Carmichael. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Barons have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Complete to number 17. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off play action. It's Howell. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. His throw incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Howell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3. But more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Holmes. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
On the carry, it's Holmes. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 76 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A run now with Holmes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now throwing on 1st down here. And his throw here's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw, Howell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Holmes, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Holmes, and just a couple yards there down to the 17.
A 2-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Carmichael. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Barons start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Howell down to throw it. And that is incomplete.
To the sideline.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell, he's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On 1st down, Howell. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Howell over the middle, complete. It's Dawson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's Howell with another throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And now they just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Holmes. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.